Welcome to Shadows of Apostasy, an Imperium Maladictum game. This is session 0. We'll be doing character creation tonight. For those not familiar with Imperium Maladictum, it is a game within the Warhammer 40,000 grimdark universe. Normally with this setting, we would create the patron. We're not going to do that this evening. I've pre-done that for speed primarily, and also I like to have an idea of what I'm going to offer before I offer a game. Just the way I am. So before we get started, let's introduce the cast.
Hi, I'm Roger, and I will be playing something.
Hi, I'm Dash, and I will also be playing something. Hopefully something slightly different than Roger's something.
Jan?
Oh, sorry, didn't realise. Hi, I'm Jan, married to the reference, and I haven't got a clue what I'm playing either.
Hi, I'm Rob, and I will be playing a character.
Always a good start.
I'm Nick, and like everyone else, I'll be playing something, and I've no clue what I'm doing.
Not a problem. Not a problem. I'm going to lead you guys through the character creation system. The game itself is designed in such a way that you can either create the character that you want to a greater or lesser extent, or if you allow the random aspect of the game mechanics of the character creation mechanics, they give you bonus XP, which can add up to about 200 XP. There is no right or wrong way. It is entirely up to you guys. Does anybody have a specific preference? Okay.
I shall serve the God Emperor in the way he commands it.
Yeah, good answer. Okay, so it looks like everyone else is happy to do the random thing. I'm quite happy to have you roll randomly, and then at the certain points, if you decide you don't like what you've gotten, we can always retcon it, and you can lose that bonus XP just to change that specific part. So I'll go through the basics. I'll give you the let's do the patron first, just so you know the specifics of who it is you're working for, in case you haven't read the sheet. So he is an Inquisitor. It's not very original, given all the things you can play have patrons in this game, but I'm familiar with it, so we'll go with that. He is an Inquisitor. He has the benefits of absolute power, I think it was called, which sounds really funky, but it's not quite. Limitless authority, that was it. He also has another benefit of spy network, which you may find useful at a later stage. We'll go into the specifics of that later. And he also has a liability, which will be fairly obvious because it's the way he is, which is he demands discretion. In other words, if you're going to use his limitless authority to try to get someone to do something, i.e. announce that you work for an Inquisitor, you better have a very good reason. A really, really good reason. People have disappeared for less. And he's quite a subtle Inquisitor. I mean, I say subtle, he does wear power armor. And he's got a big power sword and a big bolt gun. But, for 40k, it's still subtle.
Minimalist.
Yeah. So the character creation works through a number of stages, as most games do. Characteristics, which are the beginnings of your chance to succeed, your attributes. Origin, which is where you're from. Faction, which is the organization that you are working for before you join the Inquisitor, and your role are the four parts which give you the bonus XP. The other bits are ancillary flavor. There are some other bits I'll worry about later. So let's get started. So the first thing is your characteristics. There are 9 characteristics. If you look at your character sheet, you will see that they are on the Yes. Top of the front of the character sheet, you'll see where it says WS, BS, STR, etc. They are weapon skill, which is hitting people with blades, bare hands, chain swords, that sort of thing. Chain axes, I think, is technically still available. Ballistic skill is shooting people, whether it be with a bolter, a slug gun, a laser, or a crossbow. Strength is your physical and musculature. Toughness is your health, your stamina. Agility is physical coordination, reflexes, and overall body awareness. Intelligence, well, fairly straightforward. Perception, again, I think that's fairly straightforward. Willpower is your mental strength and resolve, and is very useful if you want to play a psyker. And your fellowship is your persuasiveness, your ability to lead, and your force of personality. Now, the first stage of this is to roll your attributes. The basic version is, if we start with that, is roll 2d10 plus 20 and roll them in order. So weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, etc.
Okay.
And add 20 to each, yeah?
2d10 plus 20 for each one of them, yes.
Not 18d10 plus 118 and divide it. I can't do that now.
No. Sorry. Well, you could do that, but that's a sign of heresy, and that gets you shot in the back of the head.
I think I may be, yes.
What happens if your dice roll plus 20 goes over 100?
To be clear, my love, it's not a percentile roll, it's just 2d10.
Oh, all right then.
So that would be really fun to play that way, but no. Let's stick to the rules as written.
So just add the two dice together and add 20 to it.
That's correct, yeah.
Oh, bugger.
6.
If just to remind you, Jan, think Dark Heresy.
Very
similar.
It's been a while since I played, so my apologies.
Yeah. Sorry.
Add 20.
Someone should play some intermission music or something.
Oh, I love these dice for character creation, but I think I might swap when we play. Because rolling 99 on a percentile when you're rolling your fellowship is nice, but
Yeah, when you're actually doing.
yeah, it
the,
generally results in whatever you're holding exploding.
Yeah. In this particular game, as opposed to others, the critical successes and critical fumbles are done by if you roll doubles. If you roll doubles and succeed, you get a critical success. If you roll doubles and fail, it's a fumble, rather than it's a 95 to 100 or what have you.
Yeah, I've rolled 90-something repeatedly,
Oh, nice.
which is great at character, but like when playing it, just be like, I'm trying to climb over this low wall. Nope.
Yeah.
The worst one we had with that was someone was running Death Watch. This guy is ex-military. The actual ref was ex-military, and a space marine noticed a tripwire and was still made to roll to step over the tripwire, and failed, and it blew up.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Richard, what's the PER? Did you have the characteristics?
Perception.
Thank you.
Sorry. Anytime you've got a question, please feel free to pipe up.
I didn't get over 40 on any of the figures. It's not fair.
I mean, that would be impressive.
Yeah.
Rolling more than 20.
When you get to your origins, you do actually get bonuses. But yeah.
Oh, that's 11. 31.
I believe there are some pre-generated characters here who start with attributes around the 60 mark.
Wow.
Yeah. I did find
DDH was tough, wasn't it? Yeah.
there's a Discord channel for Imperium Maladictum, and someone's done a whole bunch of creatures and extra NPCs, which is brilliant. But they also have a traitor Astartes that you can use.
No. Don't get any ideas. Unless you want TPK, I suppose.
1 and a 4, 5, 25.
I mean, I suppose statting a lot of that stuff would be pretty simple if you've got the old fancy flight versions.
Yeah, I did convert a simulacrum for a game I ran. That was a fun game.
9,
That was a really fun
29.
game. So let me know when you're all done.
Almost
Yep.
there, somebody's
Done.
okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Do fellowship now, and then I'll be done.
Problem.
There's 3.
Someone's beeping. I can hear a
Then
car beeping.
Yeah, I think that's outside my house.
By the last one I've done.
Okay, so we're all done.
Yep.
I
Awesome.
believe so.
No problem. So if you're happy with the attributes in the order that they are, so weapon skill to fellowship, then you gain 50 bonus XP to spend. If you want to, you can rearrange those numbers in any manner you want, but you only gain 25 bonus XP. And if you're really not happy about the stats that you've rolled, you can choose to completely re-roll them and assign them where you want, but you gain no bonus XP.
Can we do that? Can we move them around later?
If you want to later, yes, I will allow you to change them at a later stage. And again, the 25 XP will come off
Yeah,
to
thank
do
you.
that.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's just,
I want to be as flexible as possible because obviously the first time for many, if not all of you, playing this, and you want to have a character that's going to work for you. So that's fine.
But yeah, for me, obviously at the moment they're just numbers, so I'm not quite sure. So yeah, I'm happy to leave them as they be at the moment.
So the next stage is your origin, where you're from. This will affect, this will affect your chances of being recruited by a specific faction. And you get different attribute bonuses depending on which one it is, but you know, you can be any of them with any of the origins. So you have two choices. You can either roll percentile to determine your origin and gain bonus XP, or you choose an origin and apply the bonuses. I'll go through the origins straight off the bat, just so you know what they are. Agri world, as in agricultural world. A feral world, think fantasy, medieval style. A feudal world, more organized.
I mean, that would be the fancy
Pre-industrial.
medieval. Feral is literally like completely uncivilized. Just
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
mean, it specifically states here it's basically pre-industrial for feudal. So yeah, low level or more Bronze Agey, I would say possibly for feral actually. I will bow to Roger's immense knowledge.
feral world could just be an extremely hostile world as well.
well.
I mean,
Forge world, which is a world where the Adeptus Mechanicus, the tech priests of Mars, build the machines which humanity relies on. Hive world is
This.
Judge Dredd mega blocks, or even just one building is a whole city. You know, a massive, huge hive.
Yeah, if you've seen Dread, that.
yeah. Oh, do I get to fall off a building in slow motion?
If you want. Scholar Progenium is where they send people whose parents died in service to the Emperor, and it's basically an orphanage run by the church, where you are molded
Run by
into
the
what
state.
they need.
Sign me up.
It's a state orphanage.
Yeah. Shrine world, which is basically a world where the god emperor of mankind is the central focus of this world. It's a holy planet. And Voidborn, which are people born and who live most of their lives aboard a spaceship or a space station.
Okay.
Would a hive world, say, have a shrine in it?
Yeah.
Would
Certainly, yeah.
Would a Scholar Progenium have hive areas or that kind of thing?
Scholar Progeniums would normally be slightly more isolated away from a hive,
Okay,
but they can pop up all over the place.
Gotcha.
But-
So it's not necessary that all planets don't have all amenities.
No, not at
Okay.
all. So Scholar Progeniums aren't that common. there's not going to be one on every planet. They will generally have dedicated planets within a sector.
And
So
they're
the-
usually much prettier than any other planet, apart from possibly the Shrine Worlds.
It's where things like Imperial Commissars, Arbites, elite stormtroopers, priests, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Whatever
okay.
the child shows an aptitude for while they're there.
So, if you want to pick one, feel free to do so. If you want to roll, then
Yeah, I'm
Do
going
that.
to pick
Yes.
one.
I'm going to roll.
Yeah, let's
Roll,
go
you
mad.
get more XP, yeah? Percentile dice.
I'm rolling.
so
Yeah,
Roger,
no.
you're picking one.
I'm choosing the Scholar Progenium.
No problems. I wonder why. So you don't get any bonus XP, but you can write down the stats as provided.
I've got 75. What does that make me?
75 also
Scholar
makes you Scholar
Progenium.
Progenium.
Oh,
The roll, which is the bit we will get to, is the thing that really sets you apart, although faction does as well. So it's not too much of an issue with shared origins. Dash?
I got a 15.
15 is Feral World. Nick?
I rolled 15 as well.
oh,
Okay.
Random.
Again, Feral
Oh,
World.
wow, there we go.
oh.
Bizarre.
68. Hype World.
Okay, yeah. Cool. So those of you who rolled, you gain 25 bonus XP. And I'll go through the stats. I'm guessing that Roger's quite happily going through his copy of the book to do his ones. So the Feral Worlders, you gain +5 to your toughness.
Good.
And then pick one of the following 3 attributes, one of the following 3 characteristics, and add 5 to that. Either weapon skill, strength, or perception. Hive World,
Shoddy set
Rob?
of survival gear.
+5 agility. And then either +5 to ballistic skill, perception, or fellowship.
And I chose Fellowship.
No problems. And Jan,
Yep.
Scholar Progenium, +5 to fellowship, and then +5 to either weapon skill, ballistic skill, or toughness.
Okey-doke.
Weapon skill, stabbing people up.
Yeah.
Ballistic skill, shooting them up.
Yeah. I'll go weapon skill. You can always have a stabby stick.
Oh yeah.
You might not have ammo.
Well,
Always have faith in the bayonet.
oh yeah. In 40k, for some reason, melee weapons are just better in a lot of ways. Bolt guns are great if you can get them, but yeah.
But we're low down scum, so probably not.
I remember a Dark Heresy game where somebody was sort of crying every time somebody else used a bolt gun of 17 throats.
Crying over the cost of ammunition. being
Yeah, you
expensive.
had to be very rich to fire a bolt gun.
Oh,
Yeah, and this was it. He wasn't, and somebody who got their bolt gun supplied by
The church.
the church, and they were firing off bolts, and he was crying.
Yeah. Okay, so the next stage is your faction. Your faction is the organization that you ended up working for before you joined the Inquisitor. This will provide some training and some equipment. There are optional duties which help you choose the benefits you would get from that faction.
Oh, you do also get a piece of equipment for your origin world as
Yeah.
well.
Oh yeah, I got.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I got-
shoddy survival
Looking
gear.
at the wrong table. So,
Ugly,
yes.
ugly filtration plugs.
So, yeah, Scholar Progenium.
You get a chrono,
is
you get a watch.
Oh,
It's just like being on a quiz show.
Oh,
And now you
Yeah,
get a cuddly toy.
Yeah.
God. So where do I put my watch?
Equipment.
yeah.
Equipment.
So to explain the shoddy and ugly thing,
Yeah,
these are flaws that are on those pieces of equipment. If it's shoddy, it's well worn or made with inferior materials. It's more difficult to use. Shoddy weapons and tools, you get -1 success level on all relevant tests when using them. If you've got shoddy armor, it's -2 armor to a minimum of 1. So that can mean if you only just succeed in the dice roll, that -1 success level can actually turn it into a failure. Ugly equipment.
Sorry, yeah.
Sorry.
My ugly filtration plugs. Is it going to be possible at some point to get attractive filtration plugs?
You can upgrade.
You bling them up.
Yeah, you can upgrade.
I'm sure you can go out with them and date them. You know, make them look, make them feel better about themselves.
Give them some more like self-esteem. You know,
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
big up their self-worth.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
So,
Cognitive behaviour.
ugly equipment looks like it was dredged up from a hive sump, rusted, leaking, or held together with rotting adhesive strips.
Excellent.
At my discretion, a suitably ugly item can impose a -1 success level on the fellowship tests when you're dealing with characters to whom aesthetics and style matter. There are some example names of the varying kinds of worlds. So feudal worlds, Somrot, Octavian, Secundus, that sort of thing. Hive worlds, Persepolis, and Vol. But also, my personal feeling is that there are more planets in this sector than are just on this map. So feel free to make up your own to an extent.
Okay.
Is
Look,
there
we
a
can make up the name of the
capital?
planet.
Is there a capital of this sector?
Yes, it is called. Just trying to read it with my
That's
really
where that
bad
guy
eyes.
lives.
It is Macharia, Macharia.
Oh, is that the one where his ship is just in constant orbit?
That's
Yeah.
the one. Yeah.
I have read a thing.
Because Macarius was the person who took this area back, and
Yeah.
let's call it after him and all that.
How original. I'll come from there.
Yeah, no problem. So faction. So the factions, you will gain equipment, you'll gain skill, that sort of stuff, and there are duties. There are benefits that you can gain, and you can either pick or you can take a duty which fills that in for you. So you can either choose a faction and gain its benefits, or roll percentile to determine your faction randomly and gain 75 XP.
yay!
When you're doing this, you ignore any requirements for talents and skill specializations because this is from your faction. So at this stage, you don't have to worry about prerequisites.
Cool.
So how much do you get? 75 to say if you do.
If you roll, yeah. So the factions are Adeptus Administratum, who are basically the civil service. Although I did have a civil service member who had a monomolecular pen and kept stabbing people with it. Adeptus Astra Telepathica, which is the organization that handles psychers, people who have psychic power. The Adeptus Mechanicus, who are the group who control technology. They worship technology and the god, the Omnisire, which is everyone accepts that the Omnisire is the god emperor by a different name. Astra Militarum, who is basically the army. The Imperial Fleet, fairly obvious. Infractionists, who are criminals. The Inquisition, you can actually be an Inquisition person who's been taken into the Inquisition. And a rogue trader dynasty. Rogue traders being a group of people, families of highborn merchants who have a what's the word they use? They've got a charter, a warrants of trade documents, which are ancient and were granted by the emperor however many years ago.
Yeah, it's basically a letter of marque almost. It's here's a document that says I can do what I want.
Yeah, and
what I want.
Having crew which are almost anything and everything. Yes, I have Space Marines as personal guard.
Less likely, but they could get away with having like an orc or something.
Yeah. They have. I believe it has happened in at least one book.
What do I get for 2 little ducks?
Okay, so you are Scholar Progenium, you're all 22, which means you are Adeptus Mechanicus.
Oh.
So you are a cogboy or a cog girl.
Okay. So is that faction? Yeah.
That is faction, yes. Yeah. Okay, so next.
I got 82.
82 for a feral worlder. You are Astra Militarum. You're a feral soldier. This could just be you being a Bronze Age warrior type person, or someone who's a survivalist in a really unpleasant planet.
Or he could have been drafted to the Imperial Guard.
Or you could be exactly, yeah.
I know you're used to sticks, but here, have a las gun.
No. Stop
Sure,
that
we'll
slamming your
start.
lasgun into his head. Point it and pull the trigger like you were taught.
Hey, they might make special ones for them. I've no idea what will fit best, so I'm just going to roll it.
No problem.
91. You got the table,
91,
so-
I do indeed, is the Inquisition, which is actually not. I think that would work.
Nobody expected that.
Nick.
I got 56.
So
which
56
I think
for-
means that I'm stalking Dash wherever he's.
You are indeed Astra Militarum.
Was that
Uh,
75
Your own
X?
character.
That 75 XP? That one?
75 bonus XP, yeah.
Oh,
I chose Infractionist.
Okay, no problems. You did say you were looking at that. So, no worries. So we have got a Adeptus Mechanicus. So
Yep.
you have a choice. You can either pick your benefits from the table that I have here, which I will read to you if you wish, or you can take one of the 3 duties that are a pre-packaged set. I'll mention the packages so you know what you're looking at.
okay.
Apprentice Engine Seer, who is someone who divines the mysteries of the machine spirits and works with the holy engines of the Omnissiah, repairing and maintaining machines of war.
Mm-hmm.
The Apprentice Genitor, whose duty is to learn the intricacies of biological forms so that they may be improved upon by replacing the weakness of flesh with the majesty of the machine.
Oh, the flesh is weak.
All the flesh is weak. And then Apprentice Logis. Your duty is to gather, protect, and analyze, and apply the information of all kinds in an Omnissiah's name.
I don't know what it does, so I'll be that.
Which that? You could be more specific.
Yeah, I could be, but I'm not. Let's go for the Logis thing. I've never heard of that.
No problem. I am going to suggest a slight alteration to what they've got here, and I'll explain what it is when I get there. So +5 intelligence, +5 perception.
Yeah.
You gain the 2 ranks in the logic skill.
Okay, where do I put that down?
So on the character sheet, you will see.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so just plus 2.
Two rank. Well, for the moment, to put 2 ranks, it will actually work out to be 10 skill, but we'll just do +2 for the moment. It's still
Yeah.
And one advance in law, and
Yeah.
two in tech, which is a very
Oh,
good skill to have because not everybody can use tech in the way.
2
that-
advances in. Is it advances and ranks the same thing?
Yes, sorry, yeah. So
Okay, no. And what was the roll again? Sorry.
the roll. Oh, look, sorry, it was the Apprentice Logis. So
Okay.
Logis. You also gain some augmetics, which are mechanical bits which have been put into your body.
Ugh.
You gain a augmetic sensory organ,
Artificial hip.
which is 1 eye.
Okay.
Now it suggests here something which you can take if you want, or I'm going to modify it, which is augmetic tracks / wheels. I'm going
Okay.
to suggest that instead of that, you could just have augmetic legs, because I can see wheels or tracks being
Funny.
problematic in certain circumstances.
Yes.
IRL, I could do with some augmented legs.
Yeah, like playing a fantasy game where you're playing a centaur in a dungeon bash where there are ladders.
So I'll have an augmented eye and a pair of augmented legs.
No problem. You also gain +1 influence with the Adeptus Mechanicus. Now on the where is it? It is on the first sheet.
Yeah.
Underneath the skills, you'll see influence. So write Adeptus Mechanicus and then 1 for influence. Influence is quite important.
Okay, doke.
You also gain a set of robes, a data slate,
Data slate. Yep.
a vial of sacred unguents,
I'm good.
and 100 solars.
Where does currency go on here anywhere in particular?
Bottom left, you see a thing that says solars. underneath divination.
Not this sheet, it ain't.
It's on the front sheet where your skills are.
Yeah, I've got divination, and then at the bottom, that's the end of the page.
Okay, maybe it didn't print out properly. Just jot it down on a piece of scratch paper.
Was
and
it
then,
100 solars?
It was, I believe it was 100 solars. No, 200 solars.
200. Oh,
200s. Just make sure I'm not. Oh no, you are. Sorry, I was looking the wrong one. It's 100 solars. I was looking. I thought they'd be the same, and they weren't.
I like the 200 better.
I bet you do. Right. So the Astra Militarum individuals.
Thank you.
So that's right. So there are 3 packages, duty packages that you can pick: melee specialist, scout, or trooper. Melee skip specialist, reasonably straightforward. You know, you hit people with things. You tend to prefer melee combat. It does say a responsibility often assigned to recruits from less technologically advanced worlds.
Fine.
Scout is performing reconnaissance and covert operations. And Trooper is standing firm and firing your lasgun as the enemies of the Imperium charge towards you.
Yeah, I'm going to take the melee specialist.
No problem.
You sold it when you said hitting things is better earlier. Straight away.
Dash?
Yep. Sorry, I'm still here. I was just reading.
No problem. That's all right. In which case, I'll start with Nick then. Okay, so Nick, you gain +5 toughness.
Yeah.
+5 weapon skill.
Yeah, cool.
You get 1 advance in athletics.
Nice.
1 in discipline. If I'm going too fast at any point, tell me, and I'll slow
No,
down.
no, you're good. No, it's cool.
1 advance in fortitude.
Yep.
And 2 in melee.
Nice.
And you gain the equipment a las pistol.
Woohoo!
And a chainsword.
Oh,
So
Hell yeah.
chainsaw with a hilt.
Hell yeah.
nice.
There are some other bits which I'll give you at the same time as I do dashes because they're the same for both of you.
Oh yeah. I'll take that shit.
So have you picked one, Dash?
Yep. So yeah, set up this minister.
Oh, have you been copying? Oh, you're already copying it down.
Yes, I'm writing it down as I go.
Okay,
So,
in which case that's fine. In which case, Nick,
So,
you
yeah,
gain.
I took fellowship. That's why I was reading what they were because I didn't know what was better, fellowship or perception, in my opinion. But, yeah. So,
No problem. Okay, so you gain +1 influence with Astra Militarum.
Okay. I'll also do influence +1. Action. Influence +1.
Yep. You gain the drilled talent.
So who was that with again?
That's for both of you. That's just a default. I will explain that momentarily.
Okay.
You gain a knife. You gain a set of Astra Militarum flak armor,
Oh, nice.
which most of the rest of the group will probably be envious of.
I got
gain
robes. I don't care.
You gain a frag grenade.
A frag, yeah.
Frag grenade and 300 solars.
Bloody hell.
No, I'm jealous.
Oh,
Yep.
and I had a knife as well, didn't
Yep. So drilled is you've been trained to face down the innumerable dangers of the universe, especially if you're backed up by other trained warriors. On any test to resist a frightened condition, you have an advantage, which means you roll the percentile dice and you can switch the d10s. And you gain +1 success level to discipline tests for every ally with the drilled talent in the same zone as you.
Nice.
I'll copy that down off the book. But awesome.
So, if another member of your group has the drilled talent, you can both choose to purchase the drilled talent again to gain an extra bonus, but that will be with XP.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So you Dash, you picked, which one was it? Did you pick from the benefits, or did you pick a duty?
I think so. Let me go back to where I was writing it down. That is. Where did I get to? Did the 5 willpower? Did the 5? No, I haven't picked a. Right, I'm just scrolling through the PDF of the book.
Sorry,
back to
tell you
my faction.
you let me know later, and then we'll
Yeah, I was kind of just going through all of it, and then I'll
no
we
worries,
got you.
no worries.
Thanks.
So, Roger, I'm going to guess again is just doing what he needs to do because he's got a copy of the books there.
Yeah.
So, have you got yours down, Rob? Are you?
I've got a copy of the book. I'm quite happy to talk through it. Can I just ask, when it says you have 5 advances to spend on athletics, dexterity, fortitude, rapport, that's adding to characteristics, and each one of those advances is 5 points, yes?
Yes.
Wonderful. I'm not picking a role, I'm making up my own thing.
That's fine, no problem. You can pick it. You can go for that method rather than a duty. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, a duty. I'm not picking a duty. Thanks.
That's fine. You got yours down, Roger?
Yeah, so I've kind of tried to mix and match a bit using the benefits rather than a set one to try and make what I'm aiming for.
Yeah.
So I've gone for awareness 1, intuition 2, logic 1, and presence 1. And I've got the talent ever vigilant, which means that if I'm supposed to have noticed something and didn't, you get to make a hidden perception roll for me and then tell me if I spotted something or not.
You may need to remind me on occasion.
And I gain a bonus to detect hidden enemies as well.
No problems. Okay, so let me know when you're all done with that side, and then we can move on to the next.
How does one get? Sorry, Roger. How does one get the specializations within skill lists?
Specializations are when you get to the roles.
Ah, thank you.
Sorry.
Worked out quite well. I even get a set of manacles.
Woo! Kinky.
Well, given what I'm going for, that actually fits very well.
Ah.
And if at any point you're not happy with what it's getting up to, we can retcon one of the choices and
Let me go to my people.
So, Jan, did you take the wheels or did you take the legs?
I went for legs because I'd like some augmented legs.
No problems.
Oh, you didn't want to go full Dalek when we hit the stairs.
No, because I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm not sure if you can get a levitation specialization.
That would be handy if you did, yeah.
At some point, you certainly can. There are definitely tech priests that float around.
Yeah, I've not seen in here yet. Though, but...
I just felt augmented legs, whatever they do, would be better.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think with equipment and weapons and that sort of thing, people who've got access to the book would do that outside after the game, because unless we got the time when we get to the end, because I don't want to take too much time and overrun.
We can do it afterwards, can't we?
Is that when we spend our solars?
Yes, you can spend your solars and.
Oh, okay. So do we get equipment in addition to solars?
Oh, you'll be getting equipment. You'll have gotten some equipment from the.
Yeah, I've got a little bit.
You'll get some more from the roll. There are a number of games over the last little while that have been going, okay, well, you choose this, this, and this, and you as a result, these are your skills, these are your attribute bonus, but this is also your starting equipment. And I think that sometimes works quite well, because you also have the option then to get additional stuff or alter stuff, but at least you're not then going and I don't have anything. I can hit you with a really big stick, but I don't have a big stick.
Improvised weapon.
I'm happy with that. With the sorry, Richard, when it says you have 5 advances to spend on athletics, does that mean you can put 1 in each, or
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You can get a maximum in character creation, I believe, of 2 skill ranks in a skill.
Okay.
That you can mix and match.
You gain +1 influence with. You've done that bit for me. Yeah, you have 5 advances to spend on athletics, discipline, fortitude, melee, ranged, and stealth. So.
Actually, I've just to answer your question. I've just seen what I was looking for, and I was right. You can have a maximum of 2 advances in a single skill during character creation, and 1 advance in a specialization. One of the things I really like about this book is that especially in the character creation section, in the margins they have a description or a page number for the rules that you're looking at a given time.
That's fabulous.
Which I think is really helpful.
Yeah.
So is that where we spend our experience we've got in those like advances or later on? Or
once we've completed everything else,
so,
you can then spend XP to buy talents, increase skills, increase characteristics.
Oh, they call us. So you have 5 advances to do that. That's cool.
So how are people doing?
Got to pick a duty. Commitment.
I think I've got everything so far. I took the package.
Cool. Everyone good?
Yeah, good.
I
think Dash may still be going.
I just got to pick one. Melee specialist, scout, or trooper.
To be clear, you either
roll
get
a dice.
Package, you either get the duty or you get the benefit from the box. You don't get both.
No,
No problems.
I
mean, you can just roll a dice and then you know it's the wrong. You know which one you want. If you roll the dice and you're disappointed, you know.
The options. Dice roll always answers the question. Problem solved. Yep, I'm happy.
Okay. Let me know when you got everything jotted down and you're ready to go to the next stage.
Oh yeah, we can move on.
Okay, so there is one other thing I'm going to do, but unfortunately, the page it's on, I'm going to skip that and go to the next bit first because this is an optional thing.
Yes,
so the next
I've
stage,
got the book on the line, so
yeah. The next stage is your role. Your role is the manner with which you serve your patron. It's as close to a class as you're going to get. And there are 6 of them, which is handy because there's enough for everybody and the last person gets a pick, as it were. So I don't have a massive problem with people playing the same role if they're playing it differently, but obviously a bit of a spread's a useful thing. I'll go through the roles first, and I'll explain how it works with the bonus XP thing. So interlocutor, or however you meant to pronounce it, I'm not entirely sure, prefer to solve problems with words, not weapons. They're very much, to me, they seem to be the face of the group. They're as varied as any fighter, from honeyed words to cruel threats, occasionally simple honesty. So, I mean, you can have there are a lot of different ways you can use any one of these roles to create a different character. Mystics are the psychers or the blank. You can also have a blank, which is the opposite of a psyker. Although I think that's primarily if you're astrotelepathica. But this is where you get the mental powers from.
Anyone can be a blank.
I don't think I don't think they give it. Astrotelepathica is an option. Yeah. In the character creation, if you're astrotelepathic, you get a choice of psycho or blank. In the role, it tells you what you get, and they don't actually have an option here for blank. Penumbra are the stealther characters, so assassins, thieves, spies, covert ops, sleeper agents. Your savant are your experts and your scholars in a broad range of fields. Warriors, well, pretty straightforward, really. Imperial Guardsmen, Skitari Rangers, who are the Mechanicus soldiers, or even a lowly ganger with a rusted auto gun. And the last one is a Zealot, who are faith drives a Zealot. Sometimes it's faith in the God Emperor of mankind. Sometimes it's the Omnissiah. It may just be a goal, a cause, or an ideal, or even just faith itself. So the way that they work it is you have two choices. You can choose a role and gain the benefits, or you can allow your patron to determine your role as best fits the needs of the group, and you gain bonus 50 XP. I think the fairest thing from my perspective is to say, what do people have in mind? I know what Rob wants to play. Rob's got a Zealot in mind. If people tell me what they'd like to play, and as long as we've got a reasonable group, then I'm happy to say that counts as being selected by the Inquisitor.
I mean, mine's kind of 50-50. It's kind of umming and ahhing between Warrior and Interlocutor. Because he, obviously being the idea is trying to make an Arbite, he'd be very talky and very good at that sort of thing. But the gear kind of from Warrior really suits the character. And of course, Arbites are fully trained in extreme combat.
Yeah.
But
I found them
Nick, any thoughts?
I think, looking at my stats, Warrior sounds the most straightforward, being that my intelligence is in the bin and my toughness and strength is monstrous. But I'm also happy to go with like whatever needs, wherever there's a gap. So I completely leave that to your infinite wisdom.
No, Rob.
Oh dear.
They don't know me, Jan.
Yeah,
Don't
fine.
spoil them. Don't burst the bubble.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No
I'm just pricking it gently.
Dash, any
I'll
preference?
fit in whatever needed. No, I don't have any preference. Like
Okay.
I'm similar. I'm very tanky and dumb.
Okay.
We're gonna be like brothers or
And
something.
my
Twins.
character is.
I don't know. Did you go for the kind of scouty type, or did you go Warrior?
No, when I rolled, it kind of ended up more like Warrior.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
So I just went with the dice.
Although there's nothing stopping you from having the trooper and still being a penumbra and being a stealthy type, because the stealthy aspect to it could be all your
dies before they
force
can tell anyone
recon.
about him.
Yeah, force recon as opposed to a scout. Jan, any thoughts?
No.
I mean, the Savant would suit a tech priest.
It really would.
Okay. If that's what the Omnissiah,
Oh,
what
it's entirely up to you. Sorry, that was just a suggestion.
No, it's
I
Jan's
didn't mean
quite
to
happy
say play that.
No, Jan's happy to take suggestions from people who know the system better.
Yeah, I've only
Well,
played. I've only
no,
played Warhammer / Dark Heresy a few times.
I mean, tech priests really kind of value information, so that's Savant would kind of work quite well for that.
Okay.
But that is just an option.
Yeah. No, I mean, look at my stats. My fellowship's breached 40 now with a bonus. So, I'm going to be quite loyal to the whatever. So.
Okay, so we have a Zealot, and we either have 3 warriors from mix and match.
So, would you like me to bite the bullet and take Interlocutor?
I do have a question for Nick. Nick, what is your willpower?
24.
Okay, so not the thought I was thinking, although that could be entertaining.
Yeah.
I was thinking possibly Mystic if you'd had a higher willpower, but that's not a good. That won't go down well.
My willpower is 37, and I'm happy to. It's not going to change who I play if I become a mystic instead of a zealot.
I'm happy for people to play what they want to play largely.
Sure.
I think probably based on the answer that I got from Nick, if you wouldn't mind, Roger, Interlocutor is probably the better one. We can wiggle things around possibly. So Nick, Warrior, pretty much. I think that's the obvious one.
Cool.
Dash, would you be willing to do Penumbra?
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Be more of a stealthy type?
Yeah, I can do that.
No. So we'll go through in order. Interlocutor, Roger's got the book, so he can go through that, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So, Penumbra. I'll do it in the order that they're in the book. So you get
I
to
do
choose.
have the book, Richard, but please read it out for everyone.
Okay, no problem. In which case, pick your benefits from page 77.
So,
okay.
Do we have to have the prerequisites for the talents at this stage?
No. Roles. It's basically saying ignore any requirements for talents and skill specializations gained from your role.
So role benefits, talents. Choose 2 talents from burglar, familiar, terrain.
So, Jan.
Yo.
You get to pick 2 talents from the following: artist, attentive assistant, chirurgeon, data delver, eidetic memory, and law bringer. You've got the printouts I did for you.
Okay, sorry, I was right. So,
if eidetic memory is still the same as it used to be, it's one of the best talents in the game, because it means that anytime you forget something, you can go, "Hey DM, what happened here?"
Oh, I definitely need that, Roger.
Yes, basically.
It's wonderful.
I'm trying to find these on the sheet, sweetie.
They should be in alphabetical order, so.
Right.
I'm going to take the talent.
So, artist should be near the start.
I've got artistic.
All
right. Attentive assistant.
I think that's probably what it's been. That's one of the things I do find. I found this with Household when I was running it, where they've got one word for in on the character sheet and one word elsewhere.
Right, so I've got attentive assistant. What was the other bit?
The chirurgeon.
It's like surgeon.
Yeah, basically. And that is page 104.
These pages are not numbered.
Oh, good point. You can use a chirurgeon.
Chirurgeon. Okay, yeah, I can see that. And what else? What was the other option?
Data delver, which is you naturally in tune with the flow of data of recorded information.
Yeah.
You have advantage on tests made to find or retrieve information from a document or archive.
Yeah.
And you can read quicker. Eidetic memory, as mentioned, and lawbringer. And lawbringer is.
What's it? Eidetic memory. Yep.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just marking them on these things so I can have a look at them. You know.
Sense,
no problem. Lawbringer, which is when you make a report or presence test and know the target of the test has broken some kind of law, you can reference that law to gain plus success level to the test equal to your advances in law adeptus terra.
And I get one of these?
You get 2 of them. You get to pick 2.
Okay. All right, now I'm marked up. I can have a quick read, if that's okay.
No, that's fine. I'll move on to the warriors, or the warrior. So, Nick, you gain Deadeye. So you get to pick from Deadeye, Disarm, Drilled, Duelist, Tactical Movement, and Two-Handed Cleave. And that last one just sounds very appropriate.
I kind of want to. I don't really know what they are, but that does sound like the most fun one.
I'll quickly go through.
It tells you what they are.
Basically, yes. If you go to the talent start on page 102.
Thank you.
That's right. So Deadeye is when you aim and make a ranged attack, you gain +1 success level. If you purchase the talent again, then when you aim, you get an advantage on tests to target a specific location.
Okay.
Disarm. I'm pretty confident it's going to be pretty straightforward.
That sounds like something I
Take
want.
their arms off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you make a melee attack against an opponent who is the same size or smaller, instead of dealing damage, you can choose to disarm them. If you succeed, they drop a handheld object which flies into a random adjacent zone. If you win by +2 success levels, you can determine which zone. If you win by +4, you can take the object if you have a free hand, plucking it from the air with a flourish.
Oh yeah. So drilled I've already got from the previous thing. So
there is a second level of that, but only counts if you both have it, which is kill team.
Right, yeah.
Tactical movement is, here we go. You move in a calculated manner, ensuring you can get into a safe position quickly. You can take cover as a free action, which is not a bad one. And two-handed cleave. When you wield a melee weapon with the two-handed trait, it also gains the spread trait. Attacks you make with such a weapon do not strike you.
Cool. Whatever that is, it sounds good. I'm going to take the two-handed cleave.
I would say that the weapon you start with probably won't be two-handed.
Yeah, fair enough.
But with the money you have, you may be able to buy something that does, especially if you don't go for something high tech. If you go for I have a big stick.
Brick. Yeah.
All
right. But then also, if I have a two-handed weapon and I take disarm, I can't really use that, can I?
Yeah. I mean, 300 solars would buy you a great weapon. 200 would get you a flail.
I'm gonna take disarm. I'm happy with a maybe one-handed weapon, and then I'll take tactical movement. That seemed to sound like a sensible option.
Okay.
No problems. Rob, are you happy with going through your book for your bits?
Yeah, I have the well-prepared talent, which means I can grab an encumbrance 0 thing out of my bag at an opportune time. I am also taking flagellant and icon bearer.
No problem.
Okay, I made my decisions.
Okay, cool. So the next stage for you, my love, is skill advances. You have 3 advances to spend on logic, law, medicae, which is medicine, navigation, piloting, and tech. You can only have at character creation 2 ranks maximum in a single skill. So if you already have 2 ranks, you can't put it in that.
Okay, so how many do I get in total? Do you say
3?
Okay, so I can't do anything.
And Nick, you have 3 advances to spend on athletics, fortitude, medicae, melee, ranged, and reflexes. Again, you can't go over 2 ranks.
Sure, that's cool.
And if any of the other 3 have a question, feel free to pipe up and I'll answer them to the best of my ability.
That was quite easy because two of the things I couldn't do any advancement in anyway, so I just split the 3 points against the 3 that I didn't have any advantage in.
Fair enough.
So.
Okay, so you'll notice on the character sheet that there is a section where it says skills and specializations, and to the right of the skills, there is a block that starts with specialization and then skill.
Yep.
So you now get to have 2 advances to spend on any specializations in law, medicae, or tech. And again, you can only have 1 rank of specialization in a given skill.
Okay, where do I find the information on these? Or
I will have to tell you what they are because I didn't do those bits. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll go. I'm going with law and tech.
Sure. So law specializations that they have here are academics, adeptus terra, planet, sector, theology, which is a restricted specialization. Sorry, and forbidden, which is utterly suppressed within the Imperium.
Okay. None of them seem to work with my Mechanicus.
Well, a lot of those will be more tech, but I mean, you could go for something like academics, because that might give you some knowledge of certain technology things.
Okay, yeah, we'll go academics. Yep.
And tech, we have got, again, restricted augmetics, the study and the use and repair of different types of augmetic devices. Engineering, knowledge of construction, use, and restoration of technology and mechanical devices. Security, knowledge of how to interact with machine spirits that control security devices.
I think I'll go with security.
No problems. How are you getting on, Nick?
Yeah, good. I just want to know what the specializations are in these melee, ranged, and reflexes.
Yep, no problem. So let's go through them. Melee. Here we go. So brawling, one-handed and two-handed. Pretty straightforward there. Ranged are long weapons, ordnance, pistols, and thrown.
Okay.
And reflexes are acrobatics, balance, and dodge. Dodge is such a good one.
Yeah, dodge. Just you'd be silly to not take dodge. I'm totally having that. Dodge, and I'll take one-handed. So I get one each.
Certainly, dodge used to be brilliant in Dark Heresy. It was the one that everyone wanted.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you done, my love?
Yes.
No problem. So your equipment. So just for the moment, if you just want to jot it down, and we'll go from there. You gain a knife.
Yep.
You gain a las pistol or a stub revolver.
Which is better?
They're pretty much of a muchness, I would say. Las pistol tends to be more reliable. Stub revolver, possibly slightly better damage, if I recall.
Okay.
You get a set of slings.
Okay.
I would take that as slings that you can attach to things to hang them off you. You get another data slate.
Can I upgrade my data slate to something different then?
No, the 2 data slates is useful. You get a set of survival gear.
Yeah.
You gain a Vox bead, which is basically a comm device.
Yeah.
You also gain any 2 of the following items. An Auspex, which is basically a sensor platform. An Autoquill, which is a mechanical pen. A set of Chirurgeon's tools. A combi tool, which is quite good for repairing and that sort of thing. A Diagnostor, which is diagnostic sensor type thing. A multi-compass or a multi-key.
Ah. What were the tools? Sorry, I heard you say the word tools and I missed the word before it.
There's Chirurgeon's tools, i.e. the surgeon's tools, or a combi tool.
Okay. Okay, Doc. I shall have a think about those.
No problem. Nick, are you good with your gear?
Yeah, there's a few, so I can bin my shoddy survival gear and take the regular survival gear out of this. Upgrade my survival gear, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, you could have the shoddy as a spare.
Sure, yeah. One good one and one shoddy one. And then, so I've got 2 knives. I'm like a Swiss Army knife of weapons.
I've got a lot
if
of
anyone
knives, yeah.
needs spare weapons. So far I've got.
You were Militarum, weren't you? Which gave you a chainsword, if I recall.
Yeah, so I could have another chainsword.
You could have another chainsword, or you could have a 2-handed melee weapon. And
right.
Then get that talent at a later stage, the 2-handed cleave.
All right, yeah, I might do that.
That's just a thought. I'm just.
Yeah.
Or save up and get a 2-handed chainsword.
Yeah.
I've got 2 fragments. I'm just carrying shit tons of weapons and.
You've just got a golf bag full of weapons.
Yeah. I can have a. What scrap plate is that better than the flak jacket that I've already got?
No, scrap plate is bits of armor that have been mushed together.
Okay. So I've got a spare flak jacket if anyone's short of that.
I might want it. Hang on to it.
Yeah. I'll sell it you.
Okay. Well, it depends what I can get for him money.
Fair enough, yeah. And what is better out of a lasgun or a shotgun? Lasgun or a shotgun?
Again,
They're going to do different things, aren't they?
yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean, a
doing the-
lasgun thing like an assault rifle.
The shotgun's
So given
gonna
that
be a
I've
room
got-
clearer.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take a shotgun.
Okay.
My guy sounds messy with all the weapons. And I've got a stub revolver, so now I've got 2 knives, a las pistol, a stub revolver, a chainsword, a shotgun, and 2 knives. And 2 flak jackets. Some better survival gear. And a backpack to put it all in. Wicked.
Golf bag.
Awesome.
That's how I'm picturing it.
Yeah, like a trolley. Just got one of
Oh,
the
an orc.
trolleys.
What do I want?
I'm
I'll
sure we
take my
can work
driver,
on-
she says, drawing a chainsword.
I'm sure we can work on it and
Yeah.
have you have like a sidekick who wanders around behind you with
Yeah,
your 10 iron, mate.
yeah. Yeah, I totally do that. Have a little little dude.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Okay, so any of your weapons, any firearms you have are considered to be fully loaded, and you have a spare magazine for each of them.
Cool.
Do hand flamers have magazines?
I
Yes.
believe they have
Yep.
reloads, yes, but they work in a
Thank you.
different way to most weapons as far as to hit and the way they work in that way.
I can shoot
Yeah.
areas.
Yeah, you shoot an area rather than shooting an individual, which is going to be a lot easier to do.
Cool. I'm very bad at it, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Is there a specific place where our money goes?
Money goes on the count sheet on the bottom left. You should see something on the
There
front
isn't
page
on
that
the-
says solars
No,
and
there
other
isn't, yeah.
currencies. That's interesting because it's on the sheet summary I have in front of me. Let's have a look at what's in the back of the count sheet.
It's not in the IRLs.
I've got the online one.
Okay, the one that's in my book has got it. So what I will have a look at, I'll have a look at the one that's on.
It's alright, I'll just do a little bracketed area at the bottom so we can just psychic
Yeah.
powers. I'm not gonna have psychic powers, so
Fair enough.
that'll be currency
Well,
now.
you might not. You
Well,
shouldn't, but you
anyway.
never know.
Richard, would you be happy with me swapping the knife and las pistol or stub revolver I get for a combat shotgun? Because that is a signature weapon of the Arbites.
I'm good with that.
And Arbite shotguns, one of my favourite bits of lore, have a loudner on the pump action mechanism. Because the sound of several hundred shotguns being racked is enough to put down a crowd.
Nice.
They're about to riot, everyone just cocks their shotguns, and apparently they go, well, you know what? No, I'm out, I'm good.
Oh,
Because he is the lure. Okay. So let me know when everyone's done and we can go to the next part.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yep.
Can I ask you about forbidden law, please?
Can absolutely ask me about Forbidden Law.
So in order to take it as a specialization and to have it, I don't really understand why I need to take the forbidden knowledge talent.
I mean, basically, it seems to be trying to keep Forbidden Law basically forbidden because in previous versions you ended up getting everyone was getting Forbidden Law, and it was very
Right.
it's meant to be it's heretical and
Oh, yeah,
prohibited
it's
matters.
stuff that your ordinary person would get shot for knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I am going to be heretical. my zealotry, I'm not a criminal. I'm a heretic.
Okay. Just so you're aware, if the Inquisitor finds out about that,
Or anyone else.
or anyone else, it's not going to go well.
All right, so I'll have a change of a few things. I will change into a mystic.
No problem. Okay.
what would be a good weapon for a sneaky person? I've got
A loud,
laser
noisy
or
gun.
laser pistol.
I mean,
Come
things
on.
like auto weapons can be silenced.
Well, I mean, I've only got a choice of last gun, last pistol, or last carbine.
Oh, well, they'll all make a nice big whip crack noise followed by a big flashy light. So
I'd say nothing that has the loud trait. Melee weapons probably your better bet. That sort of
A
thing.
chain sword.
Also,
Yeah,
not
just
famous for
like
being
that.
quiet.
That has loud.
I've got a chameleon cloak.
Have you got a knife?
Yep,
Yeah, I've got a knife.
There you are.
Knives,
Stick the knife
swords.
on the end of the las gun, and you're all good.
Yeah.
Then it's quiet. You
I'll
just
look
stab
most
them
of
with
it
it.
up. I might be able to buy something anyway and get.
We did have someone in one of the games we were playing who had a crossbow with a chain melee attachment as a bayonet.
Glorious. I once played a Dark Heresy campaign as an Imperial Guardsman, and I don't think I ever fired my las gun. I just stabbed people with it. We were using the uplifting primer that Games Workshop did as our guides, and it basically says, "Don't be, superfluous with your ammunition. You should save it." So we took that literally and just ran around with bayonets.
I'm just gonna take the chainsaw. I'll swing out later.
I mean, as I say, writing down the stats of them and that sort of thing, we do that afterwards outside.
Yeah, I was just thinking. Yeah. Oh, basically get rid of them.
Okay, so everyone who took the role, which I said it's a bonus 50 XP, which if you took everything would be 200 XP.
Oh, 200 XP then.
Yay!
Cool.
What's what I took again?
And what do we spend that on? Our characteristics? Or...
You can spend them on characteristics,
Cosmetics.
skills, specializations, talents. 100 XP will get you another talent.
Okay. I don't have any talents.
You got
should.
drilled.
As a
Oh, they
savant.
were they the things on the pages?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't realise they were talents. Sorry.
No problem. That's right. Okay, so is everybody ready for the next stage, or are we still?
Yeah.
I've had to basically recreate my character, so I'll catch up.
Fair enough, no problem.
If you ditch the being a heretic idea.
No, it was a great idea. It's just the wrong game.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's the kind of setting where you could possibly get away with it for a while if you were careful. As soon as they find it out, there is a bullet in the back of their head.
Fair enough.
And what's your new character going to be?
Yeah.
Another one. Until the revolution succeeds.
Heretic number 2.
I mean, it's certainly a brave move being part of an inquisitorial retinue as a heretic.
I'll live on the edge. I'm only here for 4 episodes. Now I'll catch up.
I think it's 5, isn't it, Rob? Because we're missing next session because Millie is busy.
Oh, right. Okay,
so
fine.
It'll only be the one. So,
try and stay alive.
So, whilst Rob's doing his thing, the next stage, I've decided I'm going to use the random talents option.
Oh, cool.
So everybody roll percentile for me.
That was interesting.
If you roll a talent that you already have, where is it? You can choose any talent you meet the requirements for.
45.
45 gives you frenzy.
Oh. That's an interesting talent.
Work yourself up into a frothing battle rage. As a free action, you can make a challenging willpower test to enter a frenzied state. When frenzied, your strength bonus increases by 1, and you are immune to being frightened. On your turn, you must attempt to engage the nearest enemy in melee combat. You remain in this state until all enemies you currently see have been defeated, or you are stunned or unconscious.
That's certainly an interesting one for a tech priest.
I think if you want, you can take your knife and we'll just reskin it as a big wrench.
What, a sonic wrench?
No, just a wrench. You're not playing a Doctor Who character.
Oh, sport.
Next.
2, I rolled.
2, you have acute sense.
Oh, very cute.
Okay.
It's very cute. It's adorable.
Acute, not acute as in furry. You can one of your primary 5 senses is highly developed. You can choose which one, allowing you to spot what others miss. Now there's an interesting acute sense taste. I'm really good at tasting. There are enemies nearby.
Snake tongue.
Keep tasting Warhammer Fantasy. So
you may make perception tests to detect normally imperceptible details with the associated sense. This would include seeing a lone servo skull at an incredible distance, detecting the presence of a near odorless poison, hearing the breath of a motionless gang hidden in a nearby room, etc.
Okay.
Roger?
Yeah, let's go for it. 13.
1-3, adrenaline acceleration. You're capable of impressive bursts of speed when your life is on the line. If you have a critical wound, your speed increases 1 step until the end of the encounter, and you will have advantage on athletics tests made during a pursuit or while fleeing.
Oh, that sounds good. Sorry, what was it called?
That was Adrenaline Accelerations, page 102.
Sounds good for a
I got
pursuit.
11.
11, you got the same thing. Adrenaline Acceleration.
Oh, cool.
If you wish to, I'm happy to have one of you re-roll if you want to try something else, or you can just go with that.
At least when we run after people, Dash, you can.
Dash.
We can keep up.
Excellent.
Friend, you know, pat you both as you're running past me.
Rob, have you got
23.
22?
23.
Okay, 22
23.
is Contortionist.
So it's 23,
Oh, I
but
want that
it's
one.
still contortionist.
Okay, that's
It's just-
two little ducks, 22, yeah?
No, 23.
Oh, 23. Okay,
Yeah.
it's still Contortionist.
Shows it. Let me have a look at that.
Okay, so you
Nate. No, it's still contortionist.
you are capable of fitting into unusually small or cramped spaces. We can fit him in the toilet. Additionally, you have advantage on tests to resist or end the restrained condition or a grapple.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Sorry?
Fabulous. I like that.
99 would have been interesting, as would 100. 99, roll twice again on this table.
Oh,
Wow.
dear.
And 100, become a psyker or a blank.
Wow.
Everybody loves the blank.
So whilst Rob is doing his thing,
I'll keep that. I'm almost there. Don't worry. I'm with you.
no problem. So equipment, we've already dealt with that side of things. You can purchase additional items, but everyone has access to a book, so we can do that outside. The next bit is adding detail. Now, pretty much everything here is stuff that you can just pick if you want. There's no XP bonus or penalty, but there are options that you can use which might make it easier, even if it's just that gives you an idea for something else. So the first one is name. There's a percentile table, and there are 5 types of names: low Gothic, high Gothic, archaic, informal, and esoteric. So if you want to, feel free to roll percentile and I'll tell you what names are available. I'll give you all 5, and then you can pick the one you like, or come up with something similar or something not similar. Your call.
What page is he on? Sorry.
This is on page 82.
Thank you very much.
Sorry? I was kind of wondering if anyone would roll the talent lick spittle.
I like that one.
I had
was
that
good.
as an option, but I didn't want to take it. It didn't feel
I've got
fitting.
the talent unremarkable. No one's going to remember who I am. Hey, Jane.
Okay, so anyone rolling their name?
I did roll a dice and I'm just looking at the results.
Oh, okay.
I rolled my cat die,
Ah,
and I have 2 maximums.
Page 82.
okay, so that'd be 0-0, yes?
Or 100.
Oh.
Okay, so you have the options of Zariel, Yemise, Zarkov, Worm, or Zilch.
I'll be Zilch.
Okay, Zilch, as it suggests. Also, as I say, you can pick your own name if you want. If you've got something in mind or you come up with a name, that's also fine. Anyone
Might
else
have just
rolling?
used a Roman name generator.
Did you say you wanted us to roll 5, yeah? I've rolled 5 different numbers.
I should really feminize it. I'm Zilch here.
Just roll one
56.
percentile. Sorry, 56.
66.
66. Okay.
Oh.
So the options here are Pennet, Pennette, Octavia, or Octavius, Polonia, or Polonius, Newt, or Optima. If you pick Newt and start saying they mainly come out at night.
Mostly.
I still want to be called Newt.
No, you should definitely do it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm a stealthy lump.
You
Yeah,
can
Newt.
say, I mostly come out at night.
I
Mostly.
That's me then. Newt.
Nick, you got a name or are you going to roll?
I got 37.
Okay. So, Kel,
Informal.
Irisa, Jack, Echo, or Harrow?
And I think I'm going to go with Echo because my guy is dumb as a bag of hammers and will say, what? Hello? What?
Nice.
No problem.
Slightly.
How about you, Roger? You done yours?
Uh,
or you...
I've done mine. I used a Roman name generator because I thought it suited the high Gothic feel.
No problem. Rob?
I just picked one. Yeah.
That's fine. When we're done, if you could message in the Discord name, that sort of stuff, so I can make a note on my notes. So the next stage is physical appearance. Again, you can pick, or you can come up with your own decisions, or there's a dice roll. The first thing is age, and there's basically you can either be recruit, veteran, rejuvenate, or augmented, and I will explain the ones that aren't obvious.
Newt the rejuvenate.
But I'll go through all of them. Recruit you're fairly new in your duty to the faction and serving your patron. Veterans, you've been around a few years. Rejuvenate is a rare and valuable chemical treatment which can keep you young and vital well into a century of life. And augmetics is basically when people have replaced body parts. This is very much an Adeptus Mechanicus, but not purely. And again, that will extend your lifespan well beyond a century.
Well, I've rolled everything, so I should probably just keep rolling. These don't really affect anything, though, do they, Richard?
No, this is literally just
flavour.
Yeah, exactly.
Sod it, I'll be a rejuvenate.
Okay, so that's 5d10 plus 50 in years.
That'll do my age.
Yep.
Okay, 5d10 plus 50.
89.
Okay. Did you go rejuvenate as well, Jan?
I just rolled 89 on the die.
No, you.
All right. Sorry. I think probably given what I am, I should go augmented. Yeah.
Richard's fell over.
Yeah, that sounds like, yeah.
Really?
Broke a hip or something.
Don't.
Wake up! Wake up!
Don't. His father did that yesterday.
Did he? Oh.
Yeah, he had a fall and broke his hip. All right.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, chaos emerges.
Right, so
Come back,
first
Richard,
mission,
come
we're
back.
facing a Tyranid high fleet, just the 5 of us.
Yeah.
Oh, look, my internet has also gone.
Oh no.
Sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that. It'll give Richard ideas.
Okay. So plenty. So
There we
sorry.
go.
Apologies for that. Yes, my love. Yeah, it's just get me out.
Oh, you got booted out. Right, I'm
Yeah, get me out.
83.
Software.
How rude.
It's all good.
Well, he only mostly come out at night. Mostly, not all the time.
No problem.
Age 83.
Okay, so Nick,
Yes.
Did you pick which? Are you? I mean, you can pick your own age. You can be just whatever age you want to be, or you can pick.
What I did is I rolled percentile in 25s to get which age bracket. So I've got recruit. So I'm going to roll a
that's
D10.
1d10 plus 17.
I'm 23. Blimey, back in the day.
23. I'm 83. Oh my god.
I'm a baby.
I've got clothing older than you.
I'm guessing Roger, you're all right with dealing with
No,
that.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Roger.
No, after you, sir.
I'm going to be a veteran. How much is that?
That is 2d10 plus 17.
2d10 plus 17. How much is that much?
Okay, I said I
am 26. Jesus.
Ooh, baby.
I said I go augmented.
Yeah, so that's 5d10 plus 100. So if you already rolled the 5d10, just add 100 instead of the 50.
I hadn't rolled any D10, so.
Okay, so 5d10 plus 100. How about you, Roger?
6,
I rolled
7,
on veteran, and I'm 27.
7 and 9, 16,
Oh my god, Granddad knew.
22. Oh, I'm 1, 2, 3. No, I'm not.
Okay, good. So,
No, I'm not. I'm more than that. I added 50 on by mistake, so I'm old.
Okay,
we're going for that age old.
Yeah. So the next bit is your eye type. Again, if you want to choose them, you're welcome to do so. Although the descriptions here are not color.
Yes,
they are types. So if you want to roll percentile for your eyes, your eye type.
Eyes. I'm intrigued.
I rolled and got hard-eyed.
Where's this table?
This is page 84.
Thank you.
Yes, it's a real table.
Okay, so am I just rolling for the one eye then?
No, well, actually, yes, you are.
Yeah, we are.
Because the other one is
Augmented.
blinky. Yeah.
28.
28, you have striking eyes.
God damn right.
Fabulous.
Yeah. What do I get for 16?
16, you have focused eyes, which kind of makes sense, actually.
I'm 5, which is mournful.
Yeah.
I don't know what that even means. How someone can have mournful eyes? So someone can
You seem always.
You just look sad.
You look sad because you're a psyker and your brain is going to explode, or you're going to turn into a demon host at some point.
Well, to be fair, psychers will have seen hell, literally.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, it looks like Grumpy Kitty.
Yeah. You basically, when you were discovered to be a psycho, you were put into the black ships, shipped to Earth, and then put through rigorous, really horrifying tests to see do we feed this guy to the Emperor, or is he good enough for us to really do a lot of strange stuff to sanction him, so he can then go and do stuff.
Got you. I've chosen sanctioned psycho, so I'm official, and also condemn the witch. So if there's any others around, I can just melt their brains.
No problem.
Oh, you're like killing your own kind.
Yeah, man. There can be only one.
Yeah.
Woo.
Nick?
I got dead eyes.
Oh.
Dead eyes.
So we got the youngster with dead eyes, and we got the elderly feral guy who's got striking eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next bit is hair, and hair is broken up into two parts: your color and your style. And this is silly, so this should be fun.
2 dice rolls then?
2 percentile dice rolls, yes.
88 and 5.
Oh, you've only got slightly lower than that. So 88 is bareheaded, and 5 is unkempt. You have an unkempt bare head.
I'm pretty sure the styles are relevant if you're
But basically, I'm guessing it's probably more there's tufts here and there, but it's otherwise bareheaded.
Pick the professor from Back to the Future.
Yep. So next.
74 and 85.
So purple, metal wires or spikes.
Got hair?
Yep.
I mean, you could have spiky purple hair.
Moho?
No, it's metal
Yeah.
wires or spikes.
It's what metal wire or spikes. So basically, your hair is not there, but you've got implanted spikes or implanted wires.
I'm gonna have purple wires, curly wire.
No problem.
Like
Next,
my hair feels at the moment.
I chose mine, and to bring the idea of a slayer to life, I've gone for orange mohawk.
no problem. No problem. Actually, that's a good point. You can pick. So, Jan, if you wanted to, instead of being bareheaded, you could have unkempt purple.
Okay.
Because I know she likes purple.
Thank
I'm
you,
a good
dear.
husband.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick.
I got 2 and say 3.
So white or grey,
Yeah.
transplanted from an equine or other animal.
Excellent.
Literally like ponytail or foxtail hair or something.
It's Fredrickson's from Sharp.
Squee!
Okay. The next bit is your distinguishing features.
I had such high hopes for this, but I rolled unremarkable.
Yeah, and this again is a percentile roll.
Distinguishing features, yeah.
Yep. Same page as the other ones.
Okay. We just got to roll one though, like
D100, yeah.
Just roll
one D100, yeah.
Just roll once. Yep.
11.
You have an unexploded bolt shell lodged in your chest. It's certain to one day explode.
What? I'm sorry, that's not on there. I think you just made that up.
No, it absolutely is.
Oh, bloody hell.
That out with there, can't you?
Okay, that's excellent.
Perhaps
I'll make a note of that.
They shot him before they realised he was sanctioned.
Oh, sorry, dude.
They shot him before he got into the black ships.
Unexploded bolt shell. Will explode?
54.
Next.
Richard.
54. Okay.
Yeah.
You have been branded with a symbol of a sect or cult.
That's exciting.
I mean, it could be a cult or a sect from your home world. Or it could be you were grabbed and tattooed by somebody, and it's an embarrassment. You've got to hide it because it's one of the Chaos Gods.
Or it could be
it's a Hello Kitty. It's a Hello Kitty brand.
Ah, the Hello Kitty
It's
Space Marine
Celeste
chapter.
going.
Yeah.
Been tramp stamped by.
Okay, so Nick.
I got 67.
67. Your muscles are overly defined, perhaps through a life of strenuous labour or from synth muscle.
Steroids.
Whoa.
Steroids, yeah.
Okay, so the character goals, normally you would pick character goals, short and long term. Oh, sorry.
19.
Oh, 19, my bad. 19. Oh, dear. Pox marks or another lingering sign of an old illness mar your skin.
Nice.
Well, I'm old, so that figures.
Yeah. 4 to 10 is an interesting one. You smell faintly of corpse starch, which is a cheap foodstuff made from boiling down dead people.
I thought I was Soylent Green.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just with a different title on it.
Yeah. Okay, so character goals would be how you would normally gain XP. It's very similar to the what's that other one I mentioned the other day? Yeah, Wolfrup, basically. Warhammer Fantasy Role Playing. You pick a short-term goal, you pick a long-term goal. When your short-term goal happens, you gain XP of a small amount. Long-term, you get a large amount. I'm ignoring that because it's a short-term game, and it's a bit weird. The next stage is connections, which is up to the group whether they use it or not. This is fragments of history and shared experiences. You can, if you want, if the group all agree, to have a connection with another player character and possibly one to your patron. If the player that you pick doesn't agree with your chosen or rolled connection, you should pick another one, or you can also say that it's not actually true apart from that person's perspective. So you could, for example, Nick could decide that Roger was the person she has a connection with. She rolls the dice and says, I saved Roger's character's life. And Roger might go, No, you didn't. In which case, as far as you're concerned, you did. Something happened. You did something, but Roger's character was perfectly safe. For example, you don't have to do this stage at all. This is an option, as far as I'm concerned.
So Roger could be my ex-wife, but he could still think we were married?
In theory, yeah. You could have it's a percentile roll. You pick the person, then you roll the dice.
Excellent.
But it's only if the group all agree.
I'd do it.
Yeah, what the hell?
Sounds like a laugh.
Okay, so pick one person. Everyone should pick. Basically, everyone should be picked by someone. So obviously, depending on who, if you've picked one and there's one person left, the person who hasn't picked should pick the person who's left.
I'll pick your wife.
Okay, I would.
Oh, will you now?
Well,
so roll your percentile.
Sorry, yes. I'm going to fire up the app.
And this is page 86 for those who have the physical book.
Sorry, my iPad's doing a thing. There it is. Percentile.
Yep.
And we have 49.
Okay, so yours is you saved her character's life.
All right. So she could deny that actually happened.
Yeah, as far as from your perspective, you absolutely saved her life. From her perspective, either you didn't or it wasn't quite straightforward. Yeah.
And sorry, are you Zilch?
yes,
I saved Zilch's life.
because I'm worth nothing to the God Emperor. I am a mere cog in the great.
Motto. Good, yeah.
I'm just but a cog in the stream of life. On Messiah's life. I'm a cog to keep the cogs working.
I'm Emperor Food, so I'm totally cool with that.
Emperor Food.
Okay, so yeah. Next one.
I'll do Roger.
Oh my.
Kinky.
Well, it's so striking eyes, I couldn't say no.
So we've got a 15.
15. Roger's character knows your darkest secret.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, actually.
Oh. It's weird how the dice rolls sort of have a.
I mean,
That
that's
means
kind of
you know my darkest secret.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I'm the guy that finds stuff out.
Yep.
I don't know. It's kind of cool.
And I'm the secret.
If you're happy
dark
with
person. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
You'll have to think of what a dark secret is.
Okay, next.
Not my real hair.
Jan?
I'll take Dash.
Secret.
Okay. So roll your percentile.
Oh dear. 69.
Okay.
69.
Dash's character shared a terrible secret with you.
And you told Roger.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Not a secret anymore. I'm just telling everyone.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault you got drunk that night.
Apart from the large amounts of booze that you plied him with.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. Look, it wasn't pre-shandies. It wasn't that much.
Okay, so next.
Nick hasn't gone yet.
Yeah. Who hasn't been picked yet for anyone?
I believe
by anyone else?
Rob hasn't been picked.
Okay.
And you haven't been picked.
So I'll roll for.
And obviously,
42. I got
42. So you're positive you saw Rob's character die.
No, but the shell didn't explode. It's just stuck in my shell.
Oh.
That works out quite well.
Oh, yeah. So I think that leaves you, Roger, with Nick.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, 74.
74. I have a single silvered bullet. It's engraved with several words in High Gothic and Nick's character's name.
nice.
Well, it's better I have it. They always say somewhere someone's got a bullet with your name on it. At least it's me.
Yeah. So So which you'll die in friendly fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, incoming fire has the right of way, and friendly fire isn't. Okay, so the next stage is again, it's an optional one they provided, which is to create an interesting character background. There are a series of 10 questions that you can choose which ones you wish to answer and what comes out of it. I've put a PDF of that on the Obsidian portal in the library.
Okay.
We can do that outside of things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do people want to roll connections for their patron?
Yes, I would quite like to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad.
Interesting to see how we relate to him.
I may have to tweak some of these depending on what you roll.
I'll give it a go.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
okay, so
50.
50. You saved his life.
Wow,
Oh.
that's pretty
That
cool.
works, yeah. Whether he whether he appreciates it in the way you would like to, or just considers it to be your job.
Perhaps that's how he recruited me.
Could be.
9.
9. You heard all. I'm going to tweak this slightly. You thought you heard the Inquisitor say something blasphemous, maybe even heretical.
I bet he did. I bet he did. Where do I put that in? Connections.
Yeah. Next.
85.
85. You know what the Inquisitor really is. You may well have worked on his armor at some point.
I have seen him uncloaked, as it were.
In his pants.
Yep.
91.
91. You've worked with the Inquisitor before this. I mean, you're old, so you know.
Yeah, I am old. Yeah. Well, buds, me a quizzy.
Nick.
68.
68. You carry something that belonged to Inquisitor Killian, and they have something of yours.
Cool.
Woo!
Perhaps they've got a bullet with your name on.
Everyone.
No, they exchanged love tokens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on to the finishing touches now. So maximum wounds is the next part. And that would be on the second sheet.
Yeah.
Next to where it says initiative on the top left. And your maximum wounds are equal to your strength bonus, which is the 10s digit of your stat, plus twice your toughness bonus, plus your willpower bonus. So if you've got a 22, that's 2. If you've got 23, then that's 2. If your toughness is 40 something, then that's 4 times 2, that's 8, etc.
So it's the units on strength.
The 10s.
No, the first number of your strength.
Right.
Yeah. The first number of your toughness times 2, and the first number of your willpower.
All added together.
All added together.
So strength plus toughness times 2.
Yep.
Plus
willpower.
That's 2, 8. Oh, I'm in double figures.
I'm 14.
So my toughness is
Mind you, I haven't actually spent my 200 XP yet, so that could go up.
Yeah.
So my toughness is 27, so it's 2 times. So that's 4, yeah.
Yes, that's 4. Yeah.
Yeah, and then my what's willpower?
Strength and willpower.
Strength is 40, and willpower is 22. So that's no 6.
10.
Yeah, 10.
Thank you.
Sorry?
Where's that gone?
On the second sheet, you'll see a thing that says wounds.
Critical wounds.
Yep.
Maximum equal to.
Under
I see. Yeah.
Under maximum. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next bit is your critical wounds, and that is equal to your toughness bonus. If your character has more critical wounds than your toughness bonus at the end of your turn, your character dies at the start of your next turn. Although you can burn a point of fate, which you start with 3 of, to avoid death.
So we've got 3 fate.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 fate, and where do our critical what does that number go?
It says wounds.
Just below where it
right.
says critical wounds on the top right of the second page.
So it's top right, yeah.
So I see critical wounds, And
It's
there's
next to it. It says wounds. It says current, and then there's another box that says maximum.
No, it's just below
Between
where it says
initiative and
critical
critical
wounds. It
wounds.
says maximum equal to toughness bonus.
I
Yeah,
can't
there's
see where
not
to
like
write-
a there's not
nowhere
like
to
a
write
box
that
for it.
number.
It
Oh,
is.
just
It's
put a
that,
number
it's
next
that
to it.
huge box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, so next is your initiative. And initiative in this game is static. It is your perception bonus and your agility bonus. So again, the 10s unit of your perception, 10s unit of your agility, add them together. That's your initiative, and I will need that as well. But put that on the portal. Put it on the portal
Okay.
with your character names and that sort of thing.
Agility 4%. Say.
Okay, everyone done?
Yep.
Then you want us to put that on the portal? What do you think?
Sorry?
I said you want us to put it on the Obsidian portal later on? So,
Yeah, on the portal or on the Discord. I don't mind where it is. Private message me if you prefer or whatever.
I don't mind people knowing.
Next bit is choosing your dominant hand. Unless you've got a particular
middle.
talent to bypass that, you need to pick one. When you make a test using your only using your offhand, you make the test at disadvantage, which means you roll percentile, and then if it's worse to reverse the dice, you have to reverse the dice.
Nice.
Okay, and the last bit is your divination. Now, this is very different from how it used to be in Dark Heresy. Dark Heresy, you would roll your divination and it would give you modifications to your character. This one is a little different. So this is a percentile roll, and this is something that's a powerful portent you received during your life, or perhaps a phrase of doctrine that's always seemed to resonate with you.
Is there a table to roll, or do we
There is a table on page 89.
I'll just roll it and you can tell me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, time to kill some younglings. 66.
66. Okay. Turn from the Emperor's light at your peril.
Such a kiss ass.
I got that equipment. I forgot about that stuff.
Dice.
I got 10. Sorry.
10.
Yeah, 10.
Duty prevails.
Cool.
88.
88. Forgiveness is a sign of weakness.
We're a cheerful bunch.
26.
Sorry, was that 26?
Mm-hmm.
Success is measured in blood, yours or your enemies.
Damn right.
Let me roll then. That's 11.
11 is the wise learn from the deaths of others.
Damn right.
And basically, the way what the divination is if your character dies and the death reflects your divination, your next character begins play with bonus XP equal to half the deceased player's total XP.
We write that in there, yeah. So when was the wise learned from the death of others?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I die with like lots of blood everywhere,
or in the middle of having slaughtered lots of other people.
Excellent.
Yep.
If I just die with people dying.
Okay, so I think the only thing that's left really is for Rob, which is his psychic powers, but you've got the book, so...
Yeah, I will let you know my mastery, specialization, and my minor and major. I'll pick them over the weekend.
No problems. So, that's basically it. You all have a character now. There is an encumbrance thing, which we might as well write down, which is your encumbrance is equal to your strength bonus plus your toughness bonus. Items that you wear, such as armor or clothing, have their effective encumbrance reduced by 1.
I was encumbrance. I wasn't.
That is your strength bonus plus your toughness bonus.
And if you got
this, okay.
Where do we write that?
That's on the second sheet,
I see it.
bottom right, just above warp charge. Warp charge, Rob, is going to be your bane.
Yeah.
Every time you use powers, it builds warp charge, and when you get rid of it, bad stuff happens.
Yeah, I've read it.
Yes.
It sounds like a fun juggling mechanic. I'm all for it.
Yeah. And the XP costs are on page 90. So if you want to, if you're spending any bonus XP you may have, as per the rules on page 90. Obviously, spending XP with your bonus XP you will require to meet any requirements for any given talents or specializations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, does anybody have any questions before we finish?
We can't start now, can we?
Unfortunately not. We're now just past 10, and I'm sure Millie has other things to do. With your characters, you have your attribute, +5 for every rank in the skill, +5 for every rank in the specialization, and that is your chance to succeed. So if you've got 40 attribute, you've got 5 in the one rank in the skill, that's another 5. If you've got another rank in a specialization, that's another 5. So 50% chance. I will explain more when we actually get started.
Okay.
So your session 1 is 2 weeks from today, yeah?
That's correct. Yeah.
Jolly good.
So we'll drop you in, depending on where we are.
Sure.
Now the question is, do they have the explosive collar in this version? Oh, they do. They still have the explosive collar.
That's multi-key.
Explosive collar is always entertaining because that's the sort of thing that really nasty groups put on their psychers, so that when they're about to do something that is dangerous.
Oh, I had one of them once.
Yeah. Bang. But I think with the bolt shell in his chest, he's already pretty badly.
I'll call your collar and raise it an unexploded bolt in your chest.
Yeah. Well, thank you all. Feel free to drop me a line in Discord if you have any further questions.